Good evening and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for Wednesday, February 21st. Thanks so much for tuning in this evening. I'm Joey Rehl reporting. The Ferdinand Town Council met on Wednesday night, February 20th, to discuss a plethora of issues and agendas. Here are some of the focal point areas. Town Manager Chris James' resignation was announced effective Friday, February 23rd. In a release announced today, James says the decision to step down as town manager was not an easy one to make, but felt it was in the best interest of the town moving forward so that a fresher approach could be taken. He said the town of Ferdinand is incredibly blessed with its current leadership at the elected level and with top-notch department heads and legal counsel. He has no doubt in the ability of the supervisors to help guide the council and the town into its next surge of steady growth, and he truly believes the town is in very good hands and will continue moving forward in a positive fashion. He said he looks back with gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity to grow and learn over the past 10 years in what was a brand new, completely different career path for him. One of the other focal points of the meeting was the discussion about the total solar eclipse coming up in April. Ferdinand Police Chief Carrie Blessinger expressed her concerns about just how big the event will be. She told the council she had done a lot of research and spoke with some of the cities and towns that experienced the eclipse back in 2017 so the town could be better prepared. She informed the council that the FPD and the Ferdinand Volunteer Fire Department were placing backup plans in place as well. All Ferdinand City Police would be working increased hours and patrols starting the weekend of the eclipse through the day after the eclipse, Tuesday, April 9th. John Hopen-Jans, the chief of the Ferdinand Fire Department, talked in conjunction with Chief Blessinger about the increase of staff to help with the eclipse. It was stated that most of the fire department work full-time jobs and some would be taking off to help the town for the eclipse. It was then proposed that the town offer some compensation for the loss of days' wages to help with this event. The council agreed to pay for 6 to 8 guys working 12-hour shift rotations at $20 per hour, and if nobody was needed, they could cut out the $1 per man hour and send some men home. A 2-vehicle head-on collision in Huntingburg sends one to the hospital. At around 9:15 on Tuesday night, the Huntingburg Police Department was dispatched to Main Street and 4th Avenue intersection near Yogi's Liquor Store to reports of a 2-vehicle accident with injuries. Huntingburg Police Department officers and DuBois County Sheriff's deputies responded to the scene to find a blue Chevy Cruze off to the side of the northbound lane with significant front-end damage, while a semi-tractor trailer in the southbound lane with damage to the front end. The driver of the Chevy Cruze, a juvenile, was unable to exit the vehicle, and the Huntingburg Fire Department arrived to begin the extrication process. The driver was taken to Memorial Hospital and later flown to another hospital where he remains in critical condition. The driver of the semi, identified as David France of Jasper, refused treatment. The roadway was closed for about 2 hours as the scene was cleaned up. The Chevy Cruze was considered a total loss in the accident, while the semi suffered disabling damages and was towed from the scene. At this time, the accident is still under investigation. The Warwick County Sheriff's Office is actively investigating an incident that occurred alongside State Road 62 just east of Boonville. A female victim was found by a resident in an area laying next to a culvert by the highway with an unknown injury. Warwick County deputies, Warwick County EMS, and Boonville Fire responded to the scene. When deputies arrived on scene, they found a female victim with serious injuries. The female was transported by Warwick EMS to the hospital. State Road 62 was closed for a short period of time. Warwick County Sheriff's detectives continue to actively investigate the incident. No other details have been released at this time. On February 20th at 9:15 p.m., Gibson County Central Dispatch received a 911 report of a residence being broken into in the 10,000 block of South 675 East. While en route to the scene, deputies were advised that the suspect had left in a white van. Upon arriving in the area, Deputy Quentin Might located a vehicle matching the description of the suspect vehicle. After following the vehicle a short time, Deputy Might observed the vehicle cross the center of the roadway and almost strike another vehicle. At that point, Deputy Might conducted a traffic stop and identified the driver as 32-year-old Dustin Brummett of Somerville. While speaking with Mr. Brummett, Deputy Might detected the odor of alcohol coming from the driver and began a roadside DUI investigation. During the investigation, Mr. Brummett was positively identified as the suspect who had attempted to enter the residence on 675 East. Once the investigation was completed, Mr. Brummett was taken into custody and transported to the Gibson County Jail. Upon arriving at the jail, Mr. Brummett was charged with burglary, possession of methamphetamine, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated. The DuBois County Highway Department will have daytime closures on Meridian Road on Thursday, February 22nd and Friday, February 23rd for culvert work. The road will be closed approximately 250 feet south of 15th Street on Thursday, February 22nd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Friday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. barring any unforeseen circumstances. They ask for you to please find an alternate route during those times. From Friday, April 5th through Tuesday, April 9th, the Sisters of St. Benedict will host visitors for the total solar eclipse at the Monastery Immaculate Conception in Ferdinand. Visitors planning to stay through the weekend can reserve spots on the monastery grounds to set up tents, RVs, and campers, but space is limited, so interested parties must register early. Each attendee will receive a wristband, water bottle, and a pair of eclipse viewing glasses. The Sisters will also be offering special activities and free community events on the weekend leading up to the eclipse, including movie screenings and a wiffle ball game. Commemorative shirts, necklaces, and holy ground rope will be available for purchase. For more information or to find the link to reserve a spot, please visit our website, WJTS.tv. A bill that would let juries in civil lawsuits related to car accidents hear if the victim was using a seatbelt has passed the state Senate. It is part of the agency bill for the Indiana Department of Transportation that passed the House by an 86-11 votes. Republican Senator Aaron Freeman of Indianapolis criticized the bill, noting lawmakers voted down the concept last year, and it should not have been added to the NDOT agency bill. That's a look at the 18 WJTS News. We'll have a check of your weather forecast right after this.